AI is really all of humanity. I find it really interesting when people talk about AI generated content and they're derisive about AI generated content. They talk about how horrible AI generated content is. And they talk about how, oh, I wrote a book and it's 100% human generated content. It's 100% written by me. I never went to an AI. I never talked to an AI. I never did any of it with an AI. And I'm thinking to myself, is that such a bad thing, or is that such a good thing? Not leveraging AI to write your book or be a companion or help you out? How is that a bad thing? And because they think that AI is basically talking to a computer, right? I mean, a lot of people have this misconception that when you're talking to AI, when you're talking to a chatbot, when you're talking to Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of these bots out there, Bard, it's Grok, etc., that you're actually talking to a machine, that you are speaking to an AI. And the reality is that it's not really an AI. What is behind this thing is us. The entirety of humanity is behind this thing. It's all the stuff that we've already previously written. It's a large language model which includes all of the stuff that human beings have written. Now, obviously, it's not absolutely everything, because the programmers of the AI or the chatbot decided what's going into the large language model. It's not an infinite language model. It's not every single solitary thing that human beings has ever created over the course of the entire human history. No, it's not that. But it's a big chunk of it. So when you go in and you ask AI things, you are not getting a computer responding to you. You are getting the content of the response. Sure, a computer is putting it together. This is correct. However, the content that it is putting together is from human beings. So when you are talking to an AI, you are not talking to a machine. You are talking to the entirety of humanity, right? And that's why it's such a misnomer for us to call this thing artificial intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence. What it is human intelligence recombined to sound like artificial intelligence. So that's why, and all these people, they go, well, this is a bad thing using AI. This is a terrible thing using AI. You shouldn't use AI. AI is an awful thing. In fact, if you go to Amazon, when you try to upload a book, it'll ask you, did you use AI in any way, shape, or form to create this book? And it'll ask you, did you do it in the graphics? Did you do it for the text? Did you do it for citations? What did you use AI for? And I'm like, first of all, what business is it of yours? And secondly, are you flagging it because you think it's a bad thing? Because you think people shouldn't be writing books using AI? People writing books using AI are not using AI to help write a book. They're using the entirety of humanity to write a book. Don't you see? Writing a book with AI, doing any kind of content creation with AI is actually good because it's leveraging all of what humanity has already created. They don't create things out of the blue. It is what we've already done. So think of it as basically making citations of work that other human beings have already created. And that's what everybody does. You are literally standing on the shoulders of giants when you use AI to create something. And that is what we all do. We all stand on the shoulders of people who've come before us. And we take their content and we recombine it in new ways in order to create new things. You think some of this, sure, some stuff does come out of the blue. But most of invention is recombination of something that people have already seen before in a new way. And that is exactly what happens. And that's the beauty of AI. That's the beauty of leveraging the entirety of humanity in anything that you create. because you're taking the entirety of humanity, blending it with your own thoughts. Because I disagree with using AI as it is, right out of the box, and then just saying, hey, this has been generated by AI. No. It needs to be a combination. It needs to be a blend, a merging. I mean, somebody came up with the term digital centaur, and I hate that term. I think we should come up with something new, maybe an AI hybrid human AI or something like that. There's got to be a better term. I'm going to come up with a term because I'm a term come-upper with her. So I can come up with a term that's better than that. I came up with a term called digitar, which I didn't like, so I got to come up with a new one. But there has to be a new term for people who've augmented themselves with AI, because they're basically bringing the entirety of humanity into the conversation with whatever conversation they're having. So when you're talking to AI about your personal problems, you're not just talking to an AI, you're talking to the entirety of humanity with your personal problems. When you're talking about new concepts or coming up with innovative new things, you're talking to the entirety of humanity when you're bouncing ideas off of an AI. When you're writing a book and you're thinking about what this character should do, or what that character should do, or how this character should look, and you're asking AI to help you there, again, you're bouncing ideas off the entirety of humanity. You're not bouncing it off a computer. So if you ask me, this can't be a bad thing. This has to be a good thing, because you're leveraging humanity. When you talk to AI, when you talk to ChatGPT, when you talk to Claude, when you talk to Perplexity, when you talk to Bard, when you talk to Grok, you're talking to people. You're talking to humanity. So what's so wrong with humanity helping you with your message? Nothing. As long as it's helping you with your message and not just spitting it out. It's got to be a blend of AI output and your output. That's where you get the new invention, innovation, the new stuff, the stuff that surprises everyone. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.